But let's get right into it with Bleach, A Thousand Year Blood War arc, episode 20. I am the Edge. Kenpachi returns and is looking for Yachiru. He then stumbles onto the strongest Stern Rider, and an epic battle ensues. When Kenpachi fights, you know you'll be getting a damn good show.
Let's go! This shit was so hype, bro. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I'm missing Tyler. Of course, I want him to be here, but I for sure wanted to listen to him dick ride Kenpachi for 20 minutes. In his stead, I will be doing that. I was planning to already do it, but I'm about to double the fuck down in this bitch. And Dan, I hope you're ready for that.
I don't know if I'm ready for that, man.
Okay. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I probably will. I'm lying.
Awesome. So the episode opens up with Gwenel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right. Is it Gwenel? Gwenel
Lee. I think it's supposed to be like General Lee, but Gwenel Lee.
That's fucking terrible.
I think, bro. I think that's what it seems like, right?
I don't remember how they said it in the episode. I was more paying attention to the pretty lights.
And his little stray eyeball. That shit was freaking me out a little bit.
Oh, definitely, man. But so basically, Gwenial invades the Squad 4 temporary first aid station, and he's got some pretty broken powers. Basically, I'm trying to remember exactly how they described it. He can basically forget he exists.
Right.
He can disappear. And what was the third one?
He can erase himself from, I think, reality. Memory. Yeah. Make himself disappear, yeah. And it's kind of nuts, man. First of all, but going after the first aid station is a for sure war crime. I know the Stern Ritters and, well, I guess the Quincy and the Soul Reapers don't have like a Geneva Convention or anything like that, but like that should be off limits regardless, right?
Yeah.
I'd
say so.
Yeah, especially, that's not right.
Like you're going after the one doctor they actually have like there. Like, come on, man.
Right. People supposed to have press passes and medic passes, and that's it. Bro couldn't even let off. But yeah, I thought his powers were really like broken. And come to find out, Yachiru is like hitting him, and then he's like disappearing, and she's forgetting him about him. It's like, who did I just hit? I thought I just hit him in the face, but was somebody just here? And it was funny. We actually learned that she was just attacking him off straight instinct. Didn't know if he was a foe or not. She just had a funny feeling. It was just like, I'm gonna go punch this dude.
Hey man, when you're a street kid raised under Kenpachi, you know you got those instincts, those killer instincts.
It's on site. It's always on site, and I love that. Just like the little Yachiru going after homeboy, and he is getting pissed off. Mr. Lee is getting a little tick because he's like, this little girl is an animal. Like she doesn't even know. Like she's not letting me talk. She's just pulling up on me, and I actually really love that. That's great energy.
Oh, definitely. I loved how Yachiru was like describing it too. She's like, yeah, I just got a tingling in my stomach, so I punch him. You got to respect the instincts.
You really do. And she said, Kenpachi taught her that too. It's like, you go with your gut. Your gut's very important. That's true for real life too.
But I think one of my favorite parts of this is we finally got to see Yachiru's Shikai.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically Sampo Kenju, or the copycat sword. So she there hasn't been a Shikai like this in Bleach period where you can just summon homies. And I love the designs they had for her to make believe Shikai friends.
Yeah, just like these big fluffy monster looking things, and like they're actually like dancing in unison and whatnot, having a good old time. But I loved like her copycat sword. Like she said there was like a blade in front of it and a blade behind it. So even if you dodged her actual one, it just got, if you tried to like time it up, it got even harder to like for her to miss. Which, if you don't explain that to anybody, that is broken on its own.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like from what I understood, it's basically like the big furball looking dude attacks the close side, and then the scary ass skeleton dude in the back goes full hammer on the back, and they get like a full range of attack. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's low key fucking awesome. But yeah, Mr. Lee gets tired of Yachiru and turns her bones into cookies in her arm, and then I think also her legs, which she didn't seem like she was hurting, but I feel like that would have to be so fucking painful.
Dude, I just can't imagine your bones being that brittle. I mean, like, cookies are either really soft or they just crack, like with no
Yes.
pressure, unless
Hmm.
they're really burnt. But I don't think your imagination is making burnt cookies.
Yeah, it seemed more like cookie though, because like her arm was just kind of like hanging, flowing, or
Oh,
some soft cookies, some fresh cookies.
I hate seeing shit like that, dude. Anytime like you see a limb just bouncing around,
Yeah, it's pretty
gross,
gross.
gross.
But then we had the man, the myth, the legend. We knew we saw Yachiru and Kenpachi is never far behind, bro. And he just came looking for her. He's like, you know what? I'm back. I'm here. Where's my girl at? Where's the little girl? No one better be fucking with him. And he came back and he's explaining how he defeated Captain Unohana and in order to unlock his Zanpakuto's name. And now Kenpachi's even more broken.
Oh yeah, dude. You had to feel bad for Asane in that point, though, who is the lieutenant of Unohana. So like,
Yes.
I think she was happy and she was relieved that Kenpachi's at that level. That's gotta suck to hear that your captain, your mentor, your lifelong friend is just dead now. Like that I felt for the girl for sure.
Yeah, she was definitely sad, but very understanding. She knew it was so necessary for them to be able to pull it out in this war, because her captain was, assigned to first aid, and really just wasn't about that life.
They really should have just had her come back and revert and be about that life because she was a scary fucking lady back in the day.
I mean, she was the first Kenpachi. I mean, that's what Kenpachi means, is the strongest Soul Reaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, our Kenpachi, Zanpakuto, just wasn't going to respect them like that unless he went and killed him, which is mad decent, mad decent. And like, I think they said there were 3 different ways to become a squad captain, and he's the only person ever to like just defeat another squad captain in this method, and that's how he became Kenpachi.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only squad captain to not have a Bankai.
Yeah,
Like that's usually
insane.
is you unlock your Bankai and you become really strong, but no, he just had them hands.
Yep. And so after he comes back, I think Grimmy shows himself, or just before he comes back, Grimmy shows himself, and he gets rid of Mr. Lee. I'm not going to try to say that name anymore.
Oh, thank God, he's gone.
And he
Grimmy
actually,
easy.
yeah, Grimmy is light work, and he's actually saying, that person was just a part of my imagination, like not even real, which is crazy. And Grimmy is the strongest Stern Ritter. Literally sets a stage, a grand stage is what he calls it, for their battle, and Kenpachi's obviously hyped. He's like, I get to fight the strongest person. That's all he ever wants to do anyway. Just be a demon. Just be an absolute demon. And Grimmy starts off trying to make his body, he makes his body as hard as steel. And Kenpachi's like, that's just not gonna work, dude. Do you not know who I am? who do you think you're dealing with? And yeah, it proceeds to be a wrap.
I mean, shit, dude. If Zoro can cut through steel and like 3 times skip, Kenpachi's got no issue with that. That's light
No.
work.
Yeah, he cut it like butter too. Like the initials, I love like how the initial slash just like hit him, and Kenpachi was like, I'll just go a little harder next time. It's like, why didn't you just say you made your body into steel? I can cut that too. Fucking love this shit. And then you see like all of like the minor Soul Reapers on the ground saying, "Oh, that spiritual pressure, that must be Kenpachi. Like that's our guy. Like we can win now. We can fucking win." And I'd be feeling the same way, because everything's okay now. Kenny's back. And then Grimmy starts getting a little crazy. He's like, I won't even use my even one finger to beat you. That's played out. I'm not going to do that anime thing. He just tries to keep his hands in his pockets, and like we know it's not going to go down like that. And he ends up trying to save Yashiru, tells her to go back and get her body fixed, and then the real fight begins.
And the real fight full on began, dude. I mean, so like we said, Grammy's power is imagination. Basically, if he can think it, he can make it happen. I mean, like, Grebby just imagines like 15 AK-47s, a variety He
The
had
variety pack of blickies.
he had the Costco Kirkland variety pack of blickies around him, raining bullets at our boy. He pulled out missiles. He pulled out everything. And Kenpachi was just like, yeah, this is light work. Just cuts a missile in half. I was like, what the fuck,
That was a
dude?
cool ass scene, man. That was a cool ass scene.
It was for sure, dude.
And yeah, it's just I think it's the fourth time I'm going to say broken in this episode, but we're dealing with a bunch of broken characters here. That's what this episode was all about, just showing off power. And I just couldn't imagine how at the beginning of the fight, I couldn't imagine how Kenpachi was going to beat Grimmy. And that's kind of added some suspense to the episode for me because like I know he's going to beat him. This is his first fight back, but how do you beat somebody if they can just imagine whatever the fuck they want to imagine? You know, did you get that like feeling?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, like you said, it's Kenpachi. So this is what he lives for. This is what he wants.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Grammy says he's the strongest Stern Ritter, but I'm like, I don't know, man. There's some pretty scary guys up there next to you. But I think his power is the scariest. So I can agree with the statement. I just don't know if he's technically the strongest. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, he says that. He says no one tries to challenge him in fights. So, I mean, the other Stern Ritters just might be afraid of him. There might be better matchups for the Stern Ritters against other Soul, against like Soul Reapers. So I could see how one, he would think he's the most powerful, and two, how the other Stern Ritters think that as well. Because like, how do you fight him? Realistically, how the fuck do you fight him? You know,
you swing a very jagged looking broken ass sword and cut him to hell. Done.
Dude, you just beat Kenpachi. You just beat Kenpachi. That's how you beat him.
You just channel that energy, dude. I mean, there's a scene where Kenpachi is like telling Gremmy that the strongest should want to crush each other. And we see a lot of like change in Gremmy's attitude throughout this episode. Like he goes from being cocky to being excited about this fight to being like actually wanting to beat Kenpachi because it'll be fun. And like I loved that change in Grimmy's attitude throughout this episode.
Yeah, that was another thing that I thought was cool. Like I wouldn't so much say that he was like maybe being arrogant. Like I think he just didn't care because he had never really been challenged. He doesn't get to fight the other Stern Ritters. Like he knows he's got this amazing power, and he's like, I never thought about actually beating somebody else that's stronger than me or as strong as me. He's like, this could be fun. This is like a game to him at this point, and he still thinks he's gonna stomp Kenpachi. And yeah, just no one tries to fight him. And I love that Kenpachi has like that infectious attitude. Like he makes you want to fight like a true leader amongst men.
Oh, definitely, dude. And we saw that back too with Ichigo, like in the Soul Society Invasion arc way back when. I mean, that fight with Kenpachi, like you just saw Ichigo get bloodthirsty in it. And that's what you want. That's what he brings out. And as anime fans, that's what we want to see.
Yes.
We want to see some good fucking boxing. And let me tell you, we got it this episode.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because like how many like I'm sure other people who listen to this, like they listen to some like I guess power scalers. It's like, oh, is he bloodlusted or not? We know Kenpachi's bloodlusted, like pretty much when he wakes up in the morning, and that he can spread that attitude is amazing for the show.
Oh, definitely. And during the fight, we see Gremmy kind of start panicking a little bit because like Kenpachi's speed and power is just off the charts, and Kenpachi just getting a little cocky. He's like, did you just imagine your own death? Are you getting scared there, kiddo? But like you think about it, if Gremmy imagines it, it's gonna happen. That's his power. So like
Right.
he needs to be mentally strong in these situations. He can't think he's gonna lose or else he's donezo. So I thought that was really cool. Basically, Kenny kind of talked Gremmy through this. Is like, no, we got to keep fighting, bro. Get out of your head.
Yeah, I'm trying to box this out. Yeah. And I don't think he did it on purpose, but he was like, something's not right. Like you were just talking all this shit and like you look scared, my dude. You patch yourself up and let's start again. And that's another thing like that I think me and probably Tyler like about like old Kenny. It's like it's not like of course he wants to win, but I like whether it's an athlete, just any competitor, it's not all about winning. Like, of course you want to win, but like you want to have a good fight, right? Like, even me when I'm playing golf and I think Dan, you were there. Our other buddy we were playing our other buddy, and like I wanted him to play as well as he could because I wanted to beat him like that, or I wanted to be beat like that. Like that's just go. Like let's just go as hard as we can until it's like, somebody falters. Like I love that shit. That's competition, man. I eat that shit up.
I'm just standing there in the back shanking balls going, you guys are awesome. Good job.
Somebody had to be the comic relief, man.
Hey, and the hype man.
Yes, the hype man. Dan's got the good tunes on the course.
You want me on your team because I'm gassing you up and I'm bumping the tunes.
The vibes are immaculate when you play with Dan for sure.
I'm the vibe guy. That's all it is. I'm like Gachiakuta in this point. I'm just cheering you on in the background, like, let's go, Kenny. Yay.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. But back to the episode. So after Kenpachi like kind of sets Grimmy straight, Grimmy, he summons another one of himself, and he's like, oh, my imaginative powers just doubled on your ass. Like, you're really in trouble. And then he summons a fucking meteor, bro. Like, who does this guy think he is, man? Madara? Like, let's go.
I was gonna say, dude, he came out with the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
For real.
It was, it's not like Naruto, though, where you split your power up. Like,
It doubles.
Two big, strong guys.
And, like, I mean, it was a really, this whole season's been A+ in animation to me. But the meteor coming down and Grimmy like explaining like, what you gonna do about this, big dog? It's gonna kill everybody except for me. Friend, foe, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm blowing this bitch up. The Serite is gonna be no more when this thing hits. And Kenpachi has like the greatest reply this season. This is the coldest line, I think. He's like, oh, a meteor? I've never cut one of those. Isn't this exciting, Nozarachi? I was like, oh, that's a bar. That's a bar right there. Come on, man.
You know, the thing that got me the most excited about this scene is that we finally heard Kenpachi talk to his fucking sword.
Mm-hmm.
That has been in the making for 15, 20 years now, whatever it is. Like,
yes.
Finally. That means he's pulling out a Shikai, he's pulling out a Bankai. I'm like, oh, baby, let's go.
Dude, that was another reason it was so hype. Yeah, like we finally, heard him whisper to it. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, Anoki who? Suche Kagi what? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. And Kenny pretty much just shatters this fucking thing. We see some like meteor pieces falling down, and then the Serite bubble gets reformed. And great scene. And like some people were saying, like this was like like the best anime episode of the year. I don't know if they watched One Piece, because Zoro versus King was immaculate. What did you think about this being the best anime episode of the year?
So I'm not going to call it best anime episode of the year. I am going to call it best cutting a meteor in half episode in anime.
I can't even argue with that.
Because like you think about it, I think there's a scene in Boruto where Sasuke cuts a meteor in half.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out badass OG. He shows up for the first time, says something along the lines of like, oh, if the Hokage is not here, I'm here to protect the village, which is fucking cold.
It is not a lie.
And then we had Zoro blowing meteors up too, but like this just took the cake, man. But yeah, I don't know if I could call it best anime episode of the year. Like it just didn't have as much, like the animation was really good.
Right.
But like the scene itself didn't have as much stakes, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'll blow up the Serite, but that's not going to happen.
No, it would in the show.
Yeah. That'd be a downer.
Yeah.
We got 2 more seasons of this shit.
Right. We knew there was a long way to go, and Homeboy was not going to do that. Even Zoro versus King, like we knew Zoro had to win. We knew Zoro was going to win, but the way he won was just immaculate. The animation was on fire. He said he was going to be the king of hell, the demon king or whatever. And that was very impactful, I thought. We got to see Zoro just go to another level like we had not seen in this show, really.
Yeah, dude, that Conqueror's hockey's scary.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, Grimmy, once that happens, Grimmy doesn't panic like he did before. But he summons, like 7 or 8 other copies of himself, trying to multiply his power. And, we actually get to see when Kenny falls back down. We get to see Nozarachi's like true form, which is like what would you call this? A fucking cleaver? Like what was that?
That was a big ass battle axe, dude.
It was awesome.
Big ass battle axe.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's very fitting for Kenpachi. I'm glad he got that. Just a big ass, like he said, battle axe type beat. Um, Grimmy
Eh,
starting. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the crazy thing with this though is that's just his Shikai,
Yes.
and he's that strong with it. Like your Bankai adds like 100x to your power, so I'm really excited to see that down the line. That's just gonna go insane.
True. And to note, this is eye patch on, Kenny. This is eye patch on, and he's just going crazy.
He hasn't
Going
even dropped.
crazy.
He hasn't even dropped the Rock Lee weights yet, boys.
Nope. We got to wait for that. And I'm willing. I'm just glad he's back in the show at this point. And almost everything I said that was bad about the original Bleach, I have nothing bad to say about it in the same way for this, 1,000-Year Blood War. Animation's great, pacing's great. It's not 160 something episodes and 160 something episodes of filler. So
Hey man, the
I'm a
power.
fan. I'm a fan, bro.
The power of seasonal releases.
Right.
The power of
So
seasonal
glad
releases.
anime has gone to this like style of releasing. And then like the movies that they do on top of that, at the beginning or the end of the seasons, I also like that as a touch because I just think it adds an element of like it feels like a movie then.
Oh,
But it's
definitely.
canon.
And then so we see Grammy multiply. He has like 7 or 8 of himself, and he literally sends Kenpachi into the void of space. And like we see Kenpachi's blood boiling. His eyes are like exploding. Like you think Homeboy's dead, but somehow he can now cut through time and space. So props to Kenpachi. I didn't know he had that in him. Well, I did from reading the manga, but
I mean, but
really
still
cool
though.
the way it looked really cool the way they animated it.
Oh yeah, bro just reached out the portal and cut Grimmy in half. And at this point, Grimmy's panicking. They're like trying to pull him apart and whatnot. All the Grimmy and his I guess I'm gonna say clones.
Yeah, dude, shadow clones.
Yeah, the shadow clones, the Grimmy shadow clones. But in the end, like I thought it wasn't even like anticlimactic. It was just like a very calm ending. Grimmy like tries to buff up. He's like, this guy's a fucking monster. Like I have to get stronger if I want to beat him. And then he tries to go up for another volley with Kenny, and like he just rips himself apart with his own imagination because Kenpachi's like laughing. He was like, you made me a monster in your own head. So do we like think like Kenny got an actual buff from his imagination?
You mean like yeah?
Like
I don't know about actually as a character. I think it's just
not
the
a permanent one, but like during this fight, I think he definitely got a buff.
I just think that's how strong Kenpachi is now, dude.
Think so? Think so?
I do. I really do think so.
Bro, dude was dying. Bro's eye like evaporated and he came back from that shit. You think he can just do that all the time?
Yeah, why not? It's Kenpachi motherfucking Zaraki, bro.
Dan just throws his hands up. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it.
Like I said, it's Kenpachi Zaraki, dude. You never gamble against the guy unless he's going against a tween named Ichigo Kurosaki,
Mama, there goes that man. Okay. Yeah, I thought he got a buff from it because I mean, he kind of said that. He was like, you made me a monster. Like you did that to me. So I don't know if it's like a significant buff, but I think he definitely added a little bit of. He added some Kenny on Kenny. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I mean, if they like animated him differently or something like that, I could have seen it. But I don't know. I just think Kenpachi's just that fucking yoked now.
Hey, I'm obviously with that as well. Cool, but I think that's it for the episode. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, I guess the only thing I'd like to say is like the way they ended Grammy. I really liked it, like how they brought his ability and the downside of it into play. I really liked that. I thought that was a really, I don't want to say beautiful, but like a really nice way to close the episode out.
Right, and it kind of goes back to what I was like thinking at the beginning of the episode. Like, how do you beat somebody that can just imagine anything? Make him imagine bad things. The dude didn't have very good control over his imagination because, like, and we even got like some foreshadowing in the fight when he wasn't healing himself up. So you're thinking maybe I can get beat. I might die here.
Yeah, so, dude. Kenpachi's strong will was just too much for him.
Yeah, 100%. Cool.